Hey everybody, Lone Wolf Rick here. It is Thursday morning here, and well, we're not on the Las Vegas Strip. We're actually on Interstate 15. My daughter Brittany and I had a second. We're traveling to Anaheim, California, and we left town a few minutes ago, and we're just cruising along here. And every now and then, it's like I'll take a stop and show you some of the sights here on Interstate 15, and we'll just kind of take it from there. Everybody join us for this trip. Come on, everybody, let's go. Hey, everybody, we're coming up here on Jean, Nevada, and I just wanted to kind of make a point of a couple things here. If you look over here on the left, it's like this is Terrible's Hotel and Casino. That's been closed since pre-pandemic, actually, and somebody bought it. It's like they're going to turn it into a bunch of warehouses, but you can see they haven't really done anything with it yet. And then over here, it's like on my right-hand side, we've got this Chevron station, 97 pumps, and it is the world's largest Chevron station, and it has a huge convenience store, gift shop, and all kinds of goodies in there. And we're just kind of traveling along here past Jean. It's like our next stop, it's like that we'll pass here will be in Primm, Nevada, and that's kind of my old stomping grounds out there. So we take a look over here. That's Jean's. They got a little post office in there, and the highway patrol kind of parks over there, and their little stopping point there. All right, everybody. So we're coming up here on Primm, Nevada. This is my old stomping grounds right here. I worked out in Primm from 1989 to 1999. I do this drive every day back and forth. It's like from where I lived was about 45 miles. And back and forth every day. It basically works 6 days a week. For the longest time, they had us working 6 days. But there's 3 properties here at Primm. You're looking at the first one we're coming up on. That's Buffalo Bills with the roller coaster going around it. Then it's like on the other side of it is Primm Valley. It's the second property. And then on over to my right is Whiskey Pete's. And Gary Primm owned these properties when I worked at them. Then eventually he sold out. He became partners with MGM actually in New York, New York. And then eventually he sold his shares of New York, New York to MGM and sold these properties along with them. And now they've changed hands a few times, to be honest with you. But take a look over here. It's like at Buffalo Bills. And that roller coaster was a real popular attraction back in the 90s. It was quite the ride. People came out on the weekends especially. Then over here, it's like on my right-hand side, we've got Whiskey Pete's. And then back over here to my left is Primm Valley. As you can see it, it's like, and I was the director of hotel operations over here at Primm Valley for a number of years. And Primm Valley actually has an outlet mall attached to it. The unfortunate thing is this outlet mall is basically a ghost town now. And we've done a couple of videos over the past year walking through that outlet mall over there. And it's welcome to California. And if you look over here to my left, one last time, you'll see like a convenience store. That convenience store sells lottery tickets because it's just over the California line. So it sells the California lottery. And one time, back in the 90s, when that lottery store first opened, it was the highest volume selling lottery store in the state of California. But the Primm Valley Hotel, it's my understanding that the hotel is now closed in that. So they're just running the casino. And all these properties, except for Buffalo Bills, it's like, they just reopened a couple of months ago. And they've got... it looks like they've already going full blast, but Whiskey Pete's and Primm Valley are just kind of former shells of themselves, to be honest with you. Back in the 90s, it's like Gary Primm had a huge bus promotions, and he would bus people in from California, and it wasn't unusual to have maybe like 200 buses out here on any Saturday or Sunday, along with everybody else that would stop with all this traffic coming through Interstate 15, and the locals that would come out there and stay, because the Buffalo Bills has an arena that seats about 6,500 people. So we always did a lot of concerts and everything out there. We had a lot of great shows and out there. And if you look over here, it's like we're coming up on it. You see a bunch of trees over here on my right-hand side. That's the Primm Valley Golf Course. It's within there. It's like there's two actual golf courses in there that were designed by, I'm trying to remember the guy's name. It's like, I want to say it's Tom Fazio. He's a big-time golf designer, golf course designer. And it's like he did these golf courses out here. And they were very popular at one time too. And if you look, it's like out here in the desert, you see now it's like, you'll see these everywhere now, these solar panel farms, where people have all this land from the BLM and have started all these solar panel farms out here, and to provide electricity for the people that live around here. And actually part of the casinos is there is a power plant back there also, and these help feed that power plant too. So we take a look at those clouds over that mountaintop there. It looks pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
And we're coming up here, it's like this pass, it's like that we're coming up on, it's called Mountain Pass. And during the wintertime, it's like in the heat of when it's a lot of snow, it's like they will close this down. And which was always good for us, it's like at those casinos at Primm, because they would close it down right at the off-ramps, right there at the property. So it forced everybody to get off. So it was good for the hotels, good for the restaurants, and good for the gambling. So take a look. You can't really see, it's a lot of embankment stuff there. You can't really see the golf course, but it's inside that's where all those trees are and everything. There's actually two courses. There's a lakes course, which actually has all the trees, and then there's a desert course also. As you see the Primm Valley Golf Club side right there. And you see there's a sign there that says chain recommended for mountain areas. So still a lot of snow here in California, up in the mountaintops. Ski resorts are all still going strong, huh? So you got a trip coming up, right?
Yeah, to Brian Head.
Very cool. All right, so whenever we get to our next little area, I will be back. All right, so they've got these areas like all throughout here. It's like coming into the state of California, which are agricultural inspection facilities. And sometimes they'll make you stop and ask if you have fruits and vegetables that you're bringing into the state. And you see the people walking around here, and they're checking out that trailer right there and stuff. It's like to make sure he's not trying to smuggle in some pecans or something. And us, it's like, you know, we look innocent, so we're going through, and then there's like little rest stops and stuff. And yeah, those are at every coming in from any state in California. They have those inspection sites. All right, everybody, so we're coming up here onto Nipton Road. And Nipton Road Nipton's a little town that's just on this side. It's like of probably about 10 miles on the other side of Primm. And the big claim to fame that Nipton had at one time before Primm built that convenience store is people would come to Nipton to buy their lottery tickets from Las Vegas. So this is the exit right here, the little turnoff. But Nipton Road is a town of about 25 people, and it has like a little convenience store, and obviously since you can buy lottery tickets there. And its real claim to fame, I guess, is like a silent movie star at the time back in the 20s, and I guess one of the first sex symbols in movies, Clara Bow, and her husband owned a huge ranch in Nipton. And so they went through and had that ranch for a lot of years, actually. Ended up selling it. And Nipton actually sold, the whole town sold, and it sold to the group that produces the shows Absinthe at Caesars, the Opium at the Cosmopolitan, and they do one other show in Las Vegas. Oh, Atomic Saloon at the Miracle Mile Shops. And they do those shows, and it's like they're all kind of smaller scale Cirque du Soleil shows, I guess. It's like, you know, they have different like smaller scale circus acts and stuff. Well, they bought the whole town, and actually is going to turn it into their kind of think tank. They're going to build their offices and stuff there, and build their training and stuff for like the athletes and stuff. It's like that, or the circus shows, and then I think their plan is for the future is to actually may do some events and different special functions and events out there. So kind of a cool little like tidbit. It's like on the town of Nipton there. So you can see we're coming up on this mile marker here. Baker is 37 miles and Barstow is 99. So we're moving right along here. You see that puff of clouds over the mountains there, and we'll be back. All right, we are coming up here on Baker, California. Baker, California is known for a few things. They've got that alien jerky, which is supposedly some of the best jerky around. I've never had it, to be honest with you, but it's supposedly some of the best jerky. Have you ever eaten it?
I've had it a couple times. Definitely worth the money.
Okay, there you go. And it is also the home of the world's largest thermometer and the Mad Greek Cafe is here, and that's definitely worth a stop. I have eaten there. It's like excellent food. I mean, excellent food. You can see it's like there's a gas station. It has a Fat Burger at that little shopping center over there. And we're getting ready to come up on the world's largest thermometer. But you see, other than that, there's not much to it. Is it Denny's and Arby's, Carl's Jr.? So it's a nice little break in your trip if you've been traveling a long time. But there we go. There's the world's largest thermometer. It says it's 53 degrees. So there you have it. The excitement never ends.
Never does.
All right, everybody, we'll be back. There's the next mile marker. Guillermo, 49 miles, and Barstow, 60 miles. All right, so we are coming up on Zizek's Road, the infamous Zizek's Road. And what Zizek's Road was, it's like back in the day, there was a guy who bought some land out here on this road and was going to turn it into a huge spa. And unfortunately, it's like that didn't work out. So all of the buildings he started, and it's like the little pond, it's like with the mineral water and everything was going to be in, are still there. But other than that, there's really not a whole lot to see on Zizek's Road, except for the name. It just says Zizek's Road. All right, so we're still on our way to Barstow, and we're coming up on the big abandoned water park here. It was out here kind of in the middle of nowhere at one time, but it was one of those deals where they did a lot of business. This was like what, the 70s or 80s?
Yeah, something like that.
This big water park here, and you can see it's been abandoned for a while. But a year or so ago, it's like someone had bought this park with the plans to revitalize it and everything. But as you can see, it's like nothing's really happened there yet. It had the slides, it had like a wave pool, it had all the things that you see in water parks, but so far nothing's happened with it. And it ran on a well, so it's not like they actually had to have water piped in or anything. So we'll see how that goes. But like I said, it's like nothing's happened with that area yet. We're probably about 20 miles outside of Barstow, and we're going to take a stop in Linwood. It's like there's a travel stop that's kind of roughly the halfway point, or psychologically anyway, it's kind of the halfway point. And we're going to stop there. We'll kind of, it's like stretch our legs. I'll show you around a little bit. And but there's I think a couple more places before we get there. All right, so we are coming up now on Eddie's gas station, Eddie's World Gas. See there, it's like the next section. You can see the big ice cream cone or the big milkshake or mold or whatever. This is the largest gas station in the state of California, right here. So I guess it's probably equivalent to the Chevron station back there in Gene. But Eddie's World, right here, largest gas station in California. That actually looked good. The big milkshake. All right, so we're coming up to Yermo, California, which has Peggy's Diner. That's the big kind of tourist stop here. Where you see it's like there's dinosaurs out front. The building looks like a big jukebox. And the food is very, very good actually. So, but other than that, the whole town, nothing much to it. Has a KOA, it's like at it. You see there's a big travel lodge right here along the side of the road. But this is the KOA campground right here for all you RVers. Kind of the halfway point between Vegas and LA, or close anyway. So, you know, not a bad idea to have it there. All right, so we're trucking along here. We're getting close to Barstow, probably about 12 miles away, and we'll bring that to you when we get there. All right, so we are coming up to Barstow here. See the train going across the overpass here. Right to our left here is Barstow Station, which is a huge McDonald's, so they have like trains out front and stuff, you know. And so this is the big city of Barstow. I think it has like 20-some thousand people that live here. And Barstow is kind of at one time, and there's the downtown area has a lot of antique stores. So a lot of people pull off here and go through the antiquing and everything, and go to the antique stores. You know, Barstow was kind of probably mentioned in the movie Aaron Brockovich, because the little town of Hinckley, you know, they had that contaminated water. You know, the big lawsuit was just on the other side, about I think 20-some miles. It's like on the other side of Barstow. So, but you know, so it gets mentioned a lot in the movie Aaron Brockovich. But if you look here, it's like we get some rain clouds forming over here as we pull into Barstow. All right, so we are getting off on the Linwood exit. We're going to go over here to this TA stop. It's like over here, and stretch our legs and go in and maybe pick up a couple of stacks. This is, I think, psychologically more than anything, kind of the halfway point. And the sad thing is that gas here is $4.49, which is about the same price as it is in Vegas, close anyway. And you're right on the interstate. But there it is right there. It has a Black Bear Diner, of which they have one of those in Las Vegas also. Black Bear Diner. See, they get a lot of people to stop here. There's a lot of tourists and stuff to go through. It has a gift shop. They sell lottery tickets, you know, all kinds of cool stuff. And it is exactly like Las Vegas here. Kind of brisk, kind of cool, and breezy. Have you ever eaten a Black Bear Diner in Vegas?
Never.
It's over by the those outlet malls. It's like off of Warm Springs and Las Vegas Boulevard.
Oh, the South Boulevard.
Yeah. So you can see it's like in a thing. It's got Subway in it, and it is a truck stop also. So it has like showers. It's like in a laundry room and everything. Has all the warnings that California always gives everybody. Uh-oh. Sorry, no shower. Give you a quick look around here. There's Brittany looking around. I think she's looking for windshield wipers or something. I'm not sure what she's doing over there. But we're going to go over here. We're going to pick up a couple of stacks, go to the restroom, and I'll be right back. Take a look down here at this end. You see the subway, and we got a barber shop and a game room over there. Some very cool stuff. Fumble. All right, so we're 2 hours into our trip here, and we got some snacks here for the road. We got a cheddar cheese pretzel. It actually looks pretty good. It's really soft too, huh?
Yeah, and it's stuffed.
What's a stuffed cheese?
Yeah, that's why we couldn't find cheese.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And I got me a cherry Dr. Pepper and a slice of sausage pizza. All right, so we're going to be driving and chowing and driving. And so when we get back on the road here, we're about 2 hours in. It's like we left Vegas about 9 o'clock, roughly. And it's about 11 o'clock now, so we're about 2 hours in. We've still got maybe a couple of hours to go. And I'll be back with you. All right, you see I'm making a dent. It's like in this pizza here. It's actually pretty good. I mean, it's like it was $3.69, but there was a lot of topping on it and stuff. It's very good. How about the pretzel?
Not bad price.
Yeah.
Not Wetzel's pretzels, but it's okay.
It's pretty good for gas station pretzel, huh?
Can't go wrong.
There you go. And the Dr. Pepper's still ice cold. All right, so we are pulling into Apple Valley. It's easy for me to say, huh? Apple Valley, Victorville area. Take a look at the Arco station there. Victorville is part of that historic Route 66. Did you need to pull off and get your kicks?
No.
No. But anyway, it's like this Appleville, Victor Valley. This is going to be one of the last stops or first stops if you come to Las Vegas from the Bright Line Super Train that's going to be built between this area and Las Vegas. And it's going to be a high-speed train that will go 200 miles per hour, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, it's like, so what it took us basically a little over 2 hours to get here to Victorville, we'll get from here to Las Vegas in 1 hour. Now, unfortunately, the train's not going to go all the way into Los Angeles, but basically it's going to go Rancho Cucamonga and this Victorville and Apple Valley. So, and it's going to kill a lot of emissions. That's one of the main things, right?
Yeah, CO2 will decrease because there won't be as many cars on the road.
Yeah, at least they're hoping anyway.
Yeah.
So they said it's like prices should be comparable. It's like to flying, I guess. Maybe even a little cheaper, hopefully. I know it's going to employ to build the train, which are going to start here this summer. It's like it's going to move pretty quick at Roy Rogers Drive. And before I continue on, in Apple Valley, Roy Rogers and Dale Evans used to have a ranch here in Apple Valley and a museum and everything. So that was kind of Apple Valley is one of their claims to fame. But yeah, it's like basically it's going to employ 35,000 people, right?
35,000 to build it, and should have about 1,000 employees permanently when it's done.
Oh, very cool. So it's like you're looking at a lot of new jobs, basically. 35,000 to build it. It's like that's a lot of people put to work. All electric train, and like I said, 200 miles per hour. So they'll get from Victorville to Las Vegas in like 1 hour. So Brightline is the company. They also have a lot of the super trains in Florida also, right?
Yeah.
And so like I said, they're supposed to start building it, start working on it this summer, and then they will 2026, 2027 is going to be the finish date. So I'm kind of looking forward to it, actually. Now, it's like if you drive, it's like, a thing to one of these stops, it's like a thing, it'll bring you right back to where your car's at. But if you're taking the train, say, to Las Vegas to here, They also have all the trains from Amtrak and stuff that runs from these areas into Los Angeles or Anaheim or wherever you're going also. So should be a pretty neat deal. I'm kind of looking forward to riding it, to be honest with you. So just going to do one last look around here. It's like in Victorville. You see it's still snow in the mountains off of the area also. And we still have that cloud overcast that we had in Barstow. Alright, so we have reached Cajon Pass. Now this is an area that gets snowed in a lot, as you can tell probably from the cloud cover over the mountains and stuff. Take a look down there over the valley. I guess it's called a summit, huh? What's the difference between a summit and a valley?
Tell me.
One's a summit, the other's a valley.
Good one.
But if you ever hear, it's like, see, elevation is 4,000 feet if we're going down. So if you ever hear of like Cajon Pass is shut down, this is it. This is Cajon Pass right here. Traffic is slowing down quite a bit as we're going through the pass here. Take a look at that cloud cover. It's like over that mountain over there. And we've had a couple times back there where we almost came to a complete stop. And now it's kind of back to normal, huh? All right, so we are just outside of Anaheim right now. We have more or less reached our destination, but we're going to bypass Anaheim. We're actually going to Newport Beach for an hour or two. It's like, you know, a thing, and walk around the ocean and collect seashells by the seashore, and just kind of enjoy the rest of the day before we go check into the hotel. I appreciate you all joining me on this kind of trip. Hopefully you saw some things maybe you didn't know was there. And the next video that I do actually will be from the beach. It's like I'll be doing a separate video from there. Lone Wolf Rick with my daughter Brittany. Thank you very, very much for joining us. We greatly appreciate it. And we'll see y'all in the next video. Everybody take care, okay? Stay healthy. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye, everybody.